Okay, day 153, chest day. I'm not. I'm not I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not psychic. I can't predict the future 100%. But I'm more than convinced that today's chest bump is going to be frightening. Uh, I don't know if I could really blame it on a specific, um, like feeling, right? But yeah, I didn't even get a crazy amount of sleep last night. I don't know. But before I go into, any kind of lift, I swear to God, if that falls over. Uh, One sort of little gauge that you could do if you're not really sure whether, well, this is a whole different little bit of a, what's the word? Tangent. But, like, let's say you sit here, you flex your chest hard, and it's sore, right? Probably not going to want to hit chest. Still need time to recover it. That's usually a good rule of thumb if you're worried about your training frequency, is you're not going to want to hit a muscle if it's still sore, or at least, still really sore. Sometimes I've gone into legs where I can still feel my quads a bit from the last day, but after I do a set or two, I kind of get in the groove. It's it's not a perfect rule, but it's a basic idea. But today, just sitting here flexing the chest, I feel pretty fucking good. Another interesting kind of gauge of strength is your forearms, your grip, right? Like I I heard, I don't remember where I heard it, but it was like a power lifter kind of guy, like Louis Simmons type, and not Louis Simmons, but that kind of dude. And he was saying that typically a good gauge of uh, what is, let's just say recovery was how strong your grip was. So I'll do that a lot, like just in the car, making a fist and really flexing my forearms. Like you can almost feel how hard you can squeeze your hand or like flex your forearm. And for the most part, the days where I can do it really hard are the days where I'm gonna have a really good lift. I'm nice and strong. And the days where I just can't squeeze it so hard, maybe I didn't get enough sleep, maybe I'm a little bit dehydrated, maybe I didn't eat enough food. Those are the days where I wouldn't be able to squeeze my forearm so hard, and that'll sort of tell me, all right, you might be a little bit weak today. I don't usually skip the gym just because of that. Well, actually, I never do, but it's just a little bit of an interesting indicator of your, let's just say, I hate saying the word recovery, fucking a million times, but whatever. I feel strong, feel hydrated, I feel decently well rested, and just flexing my pecs feels like I could throw around some plates on incline bench. I think that's going to be the starter movement today. So, going to the Metro Fitness. So, if you watch the last few of these, I sort of cycle between the Y, a Planet Fitness in my town, and this gym that I'm going to today. And that's just because this gym has a hammer strength incline press that I really like. And I like it so much it's worth 20 uh, an extra 20 minutes on the drive to get there. Because I don't mind just doing a lot of barbell bench and Smith machine bench, and then just pec decks. That's pretty much how my lifts for chest end up being. It's like a variety of pressing movements, and then some flies at the end, just to sort of finish it off, get a good stretch. But I do get tired of just barbell and just Smith machine. I want to change it up. Plus, it's kind of a hardcore gym. It's just more of a fun environment. Like if you're getting big, you're gonna want to lift with bigger people. It's just, it just sort of comes with the size, as it were. So, yeah, nothing else to talk about. Let's just go slam chest, and I'm gonna finish drinking this pre on the way there. I'm not gonna drink it right when I get in there, so that by the time I actually get into the gym, it's actually doing something. Right? It seems silly to just take it right before your first few sets, you know. But whatever. Let's get in there. Okay, so I spent like 10 minutes just doing push downs and uh, rotate a couple warm ups on the cable. A little bit of chest, like cross body presses, but nothing much. So Like I was saying, I'm going to start with the barbell incline. I'll do a plate for a few, two for a few, three for a few. And then, depending on how I feel, I'll see what the top set is. I don't know if today feels like a 4-plate day. Let's do 365 and find out. One more warm-up set. That'll be good. I mean, come on, anything over 3 plates is pretty heavy, right?
Let's go. Let's go. Couple more. Yes. Let's go. I'm right here. Push. Good set. Nice squeeze. Oh yeah, you're working, bud. Let's go. Got him. We got him. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Push. Good focus that, buddy.
Nice. All right. Oh, wait, that guy's done. Time for a spot. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's just, actually, no, that's all right. Let's get out of here. I may have been able to get one more, but I thought I was going to fail. Whoops. All right. So, like I was saying in the car, usually I'll do all my heavy presses first and then finish with like fly squeezing movements at the end. But yeah, just to kind of change it up, I think I'll do some flies in between. So rather than like pressing and then flies or like cables, pec deck, stuff like that, I'm going to do the incline barbell, pec deck, some kind of pressing movement, and then some kind of fly at the end.
This one time he just had a plate, he just got out and walked out the damn room. They said, where the hell was he going?
Okay, that's enough of that. The stack on the pec deck, that took a fucking lot out of me. So, I mean, exactly what I expected. 3 plates and a quarter should feel pretty much perfect right now for a set of as many as possible. Oh crap. Whew. Whew. Okay, one more. I'm gonna do the reps a little slower and more controlled so I can really get a good squeeze. And then go back to some kind of fly base movement and then be done. Okay, let's do 2 sets of cable flies and be done. The only 2 cable stacks, well, I guess there's 4, but obviously you have to use 2 for chest. You get what I'm saying? They're taken. So rather than sit there for 10 minutes and wait for them to open up, potentially losing my pump and not ruining my progress, the lift would still be good, but who doesn't want to finish with a perfect pump? So instead of just waiting, I'm going to do a set of like cross-body dumbbell flies. I've explained these before. They're kind of funky. You just hold the dumbbells in front of you on your quads, and you just flex your chest, and you pull the dumbbell across your body. That's the name would imply. I mean, if you can pop your pecs and manually flex them, then you can get a crazy squeeze. But I wouldn't recommend this to like just a beginner for no reason. I'd rather tell them to do more bench or flies, normal flies at least. Okay. I'm either gonna go do cable flies, or if they don't open up, I'll go do just a set of pec deck like normal, and then be done. All right, cables were still taken, so let's get one set of lighter pec flies. Crazy squeeze. Make sure to get a good stretch, and should be pumped to freaking all heavens. Kind of feel like an asshole posing in the middle of the gym shirtless, but what are you gonna do, man? It's chest day. I would just wear a stringer, but then you're kind of covered up the pump, right? You know, I probably wouldn't do this at a Planet Fitness, but they're supposed to be hardcore over there. They're over here. They're not really gonna care. I hope. So I'll make this quick, but certainly pumped. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, as expected, pumped. Maybe not beyond belief, but pumped nonetheless. So let's just discuss the lift in greater detail in the car. In the freaking car, goddammit. Okay, so let's try not to run into my man Zach. I wonder if you'll see this. Hard to say, but yeah, super good chest day. Actually, you know what? Honestly, I think I may have been a little bit of an asshole not following my own advice. I was starting to feel a little something in my right shoulder. Yeah, you gotta let me out, man. Parking lot got a little narrow. There's a big ass truck sticking its butt out in one of the spots. But yeah, right up here in the right shoulder, I think I pulled a little something. It's kind of weird though, because it's not like inside my shoulder blade, or not. What am I talking about? Shoulder blade, shoulder socket, right? Typically, when I fuck up my shoulders or something, it kind of gets crunchy on the inside. This is kind of a soreness, like right in here. It's almost like right where my collarbone meets my fucking shoulder. Either way, not good. Not good. It was starting to bother me. Uh, Typically, like I fucking always say, if something's hurting you, maybe you shouldn't do it. If something hurts and it's not a good hurt, then probably your best bet is to not do that. Lay off and either A, just let it get better on its own, or maybe it's really fucked up and you got to do a little bit of like PT stuff like that. For me, every time I like tweak my shoulder or something, or maybe I flare my shoulders too wide on a pressing movement, and I get like some kind of crunch on the inside, like rotator cuff style. If I take the next few weeks, obviously don't do anything that hurts it. So if I can only do like chest flies for chest, then that's all I'll do. And then, doing some rotator cuff work, cable, dumbbell, everybody knows this shit, right? Works wonders. Works freaking wonders. But if I were to just keep on fucking, grinding down my cartilage and doing shit that is, hurting me even further, then, I'm just taking steps backwards. Taking backward steps. And that's probably the worst thing you can do, right? Nobody wants to fucking take a step backwards. Nobody wants to lose progress because they didn't just listen to their body at first and go, oh, ooh, my shoulder feels a little weird. Maybe I should chill. 2 years later, yep, can't really move this arm past, can't really raise my right arm past here anymore. Fucked up my shoulder as a kid when I was younger. Everybody's dad has some kind of something like that. And probably just because they kept doing something that hurt over and over and over again. So, yeah, a little bit different today because I did the sort of back and forth style. A few sets of heavy pressing, flies, pressing, flies again. But, I still started with heavy pressing, right? 4 sets of incline bench. I would not want to start with flies. I find that to be pretty counterintuitive, right? Because even though I could go heavy on that pec deck, I was definitely not loading the chest as much as I was on the bench, right? And sure, you're definitely going to get a good workout even if you just use moderate weight and you really focus on squeezing, right? You saw some of those sets, well, especially that last set of pec deck. That's what I did. I did lighter weight and I really just focused on squeezing. Sure, you can get big using weight like that, but I also think that you're going to build strength and size by doing some heavy shit as well. And you're going to be able to go the heaviest right in the beginning. So when I see a workout that's like, you should pre-exhaust your chest with, pec flies or cable flies before you jump into a pressing movement, I just feel like you're limiting your intensity on those further sets. Like, sure, you'll be able to go hard. Like, let's say I did 3 sets of pec deck or cable flies as the opening movement for chest. Sure, I'd be able to go on the incline and honestly maybe still, well, yeah, I could probably still do 3 plates for a couple. But I'd rather just start off way heavier on the pressing movement and get as much tension on the chest as possible. Because you're not just going to grow from a burning sensation. Pretty much I sort of like to do 2 types of sets, right? The heavy ass ones where you reach failure just from, literally not being incapable of doing another rep. Like you just become weakened such that there's no way you could do another curl with the 80, or there's no way you could do one more rep of bench without a spot. Or what's another example? Yeah, I guess, when I do heavy hamstring curls, I still do a little bit of partials at the bottom. But you get the idea, right? I like starting off with some heavy shit, and then once I'm getting pumped and fatigued, the end of the lift is where I'll focus more on maybe lighter squeezing movements, right? So rather than a compound lift like bench or even chest press, that's compound lift. I'll move on to just, pec flies, cable flies, just working the chest, giving it my full attention, and really getting a good contraction. So that's pretty much been my training style as of the last few years. So let's think, what else is there to talk about? Uh, just almost forgot my dextrose shake. It's like my body doesn't want to fucking drink it. Jesus. Okay, we're pulling up to a red light. Let's get this shit down. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. So, who's excited for the cut? Who's excited to see Sam dice beyond belief? Diced into infinity. Thick skin shredded. Maybe not that lean. I don't know. I'll see what happens. I'm not doing as far as I know, I'm not doing a show at the end of this dieting phase. This is just, another cut as a break between the next bulk. But yeah, there will be a bodybuilding show eventually. That shit'll be fucking cool. That will be fun. But, what's getting my full attention now is just making progress. It, like, in terms of the bodybuilding, I kind of caught it. The competition is purely based on your preparation. I guess same for any sport, right? But you're not going to win if you're not fucking bigger than the next guy, assuming that you're both like the same level of leanness and dryness. I don't know, whatever. There's all sorts of criteria, but you can't just show up and just have a sick day and you're going to win, right? You got to be fucking huge beforehand. You need to have put in the work beforehand and made all your progress, right? When you get to do a bodybuilding show, if that's what you want to do, assuming you can actually, diet down, that's pretty much the hardest part as far as I can tell. I'm not really speaking from experience. I've never done like a peak week, that's what they call it. But after that, you're just showing off. You're just showing off what you built and comparing it to the next guy. So that will be cool. Yeah, I'll get that. Fuck. I'm just like not in a dextro shake mood right now. Not really in the mood for this right now. I am in the mood to get in the other lane. Pretty sure this is a right turn only. No, I'm good. Yeah. That's good for you. That's good. Post-workout insulin spike. Carbs straight to the muscles. Replenish my glycogen. So I'm going to go home, shower, eat, and probably take a nap. I'm very tired. So I'll see you freaking next time.